Hello, Namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. On Friday, we told you Damascus looks within reach of the rebels, and within hours, the Syrian capital fell. President Assad, who resisted rebellion and civil war for 13 years, fled the country. There were celebrations on the streets, reactions from world leaders, and an air of tension and uncertainty. What happens next? Is the Syrian war over? Who is in charge? What happens to the refugees? What do we know about the man and the group that led this rebel offensive? Why is Assad's ouster a win for Turkish President Erdogan? Why is it a loss for Russian President Putin and the regime in Iran? And what does it mean for India? Also, how did Assad go from being a doctor to a dictator? Tonight, we'll bring you the images, updates, and analysis of the biggest story in the world right now. Also tracking Donald Trump's Paris visit, where he sought China's help to end the war in Ukraine and enlisted Jill Biden to sell his perfume. We'll explain. India's Foreign Secretary visited Dhaka, met Yunus and team. We'll tell you what happened there. Why 200 people were killed in Haiti in what's being called a voodoo massacre. Why Jack Ma has resurfaced, and what does it say about China's new campaign to woo investors? What does it take to be a chess champion? And who needs a human washing machine powered by artificial intelligence? All this and more coming up. The headlines first. South Korean president banned from leaving the country. It comes less than a week after he briefly imposed martial law. On Saturday, Yoon Yeol narrowly survived an impeachment motion in parliament. He is the first sitting South Korean president to face such a travel ban. China probes US chip giant Nvidia. Beijing accuses the AI chip maker of violating its anti-monopoly laws. Shares in Nvidia dropped after China announced its investigation. In recent weeks, Beijing and Washington have clashed over exports of key chip-making technology in which Nvidia is a major player. A major ethnic rebel group in Myanmar sends its delegation to China. They want to hold talks with Xi Jinping's government. This comes as Beijing looks to end fighting along its southern border. In 2021, the junta seized power in Myanmar. China is its most important ally. Sanjay Malhotra appointed the new governor of the Reserve Bank of India. He is the current revenue secretary. He will take charge from Wednesday for 3 years. Malhotra replaces Shaktikanta Das, whose tenure ends tomorrow. And Ghana's former president John Mahama wins a historic comeback election. He defeats the incumbent vice president. Mahama was president from 2012 to 2017. This was his third attempt to reclaim the top post. He had fallen short in the 2016 and the 2020 elections.